seriously, this happened to me, like, but like I didn't have time to cry. I was like running around with my head like cut off, like, and then I just found out I got cut by so many of them. I went into the day thinking that if I didn't get this one house, then I might drop. Let me just move all my stuff here. Hey guys, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is SOPHIABETH, and I post a bunch of like college related videos and fitness and lifestyle, I guess, because that's like what everybody says because they don't want to put themselves in a box. So yeah, that stuff. Hey guys, I just wanted to tell you I apologize for the background noise. If you can kind of hear it, there's a party going on outside my room, like at the pool, so I apologize for that. So we're talking about going through recruitment at Texas State University and San Marcos. So essentially, like, I want to do this video so I can help any like incoming like freshmen next year, or even people who haven't rushed at their university yet. I don't know if that's still happening. I watched so many videos before recruitment, just trying to figure out what to wear, questions to ask, how to pick which one in the end, if I was indecisive, like all that stuff. And so I know there's tons of videos like this, but if you're like one of my friends and stuff, and or just you're going to Texas State next year or something, and I feel like this will be more personal advice, so I hope this will help you with all that and this whole process, since it's a process. It's a lot. And so this is kind of like the intro. You're gonna see like my vlogs clips from like the next few days or the past weekend. But let's cut to those clips of each day reactions, and yeah, let's go. That probably was the wrong way. It's the end of day one. I just took my shower, obviously. Pizza is in the oven. They only feed us lunch, and we're there from like this morning we were there from 7 a.m. to 8:15. So they don't serve us dinner, like we have to bring snacks and stuff, so I'm starving and I didn't have time for breakfast this morning, which I'll explain what happened. Last night I was in Dallas for my sister's bachelorette party, and so I left at like 12 o'clock yesterday, got there at 3. And then I spent the afternoon with my sister and saw her like try on her wedding dress and everything. And then we went to dinner with all our, with like the other bridesmaids and stuff. And so like all of them went back to another house to play games and like do all fun stuff. But I wasn't able to do that because I had to leave. I was only really there for like 4 hours, but like it's okay. There was a ton of traffic. I didn't get home till 1 or 2. Yeah, I didn't get home till 1, and I wasn't in bed and probably asleep till 2 or later. And I had to wake up at 5:30. Well, that's what I thought. So I set my alarm for 5:30. I woke up at 5:30 and I fell right back asleep. I wasn't even thinking. Like I like dreamed that I woke up and started getting ready, if that makes any sense. So then I woke up at 6:30, 30 minutes before I had to leave. I hadn't packed a bag for recruitment. Like I hadn't I had to do my makeup. I was gonna do my hair and braids. Like I was so stressed out. Like I could not believe it when I saw my phone. I was like, and thankfully I woke up at 6:30. Like I didn't have any other alarms set besides like my 5:30, which was stupid. Well, I guess I had one at 7 to make sure I was in the car. But like, there's no way I could have gotten ready if I woken up at 7. So, and I was so rushed. I was like, I almost like felt like crying because I was like, seriously, this happened to me. Like, but like I didn't have time to cry. I was like running around with my head like cut off. Like I was like running back and forth, putting things in my bag, like thankfully I had my outfit picked out and everything, and I just rushed through my makeup. My hair thankfully didn't take too long. Yeah. Anyways, day one was lots of fun. It was so long. I'm so tired. I went to 3 houses before lunch, and then we had lunch, and then I went to 5 other houses, and oh my gosh, like it's a lot of small talk. It's not even small talk. It's like it's actually like good conversations with people. It's just you're having to talk about yourself for so much time, so much time, for so long, and it's just like kind of saying the exact same facts again. Like it's different questions, but you're still saying like the basic, like I'm a transfer from Belmont, and like they asked about Nashville and like all that stuff. So it is a lot of talking, and honestly it gets really tiring because everybody likes talking about themselves, but like there's a certain extent to where it gets too much. But anyways, so I had to choose my top 5, and then I had to choose my bottom 3. And the top 5 doesn't matter the order you list them in, but I know for sure, well, not for sure, I definitely have a top 2. The last one I went to today, I really vibed, I hate myself for saying that, but like I really connected with like 2 girls, and they like, our conversation flowed so easily, and they were so much fun and bubbly, and we were laughing the whole entire time. And like, I did not expect any of this going into this. Like, I was like, okay, it's gonna be a lot of small talk. I'm probably not gonna make many connections the first day, but like, I'm having so much fun, even though it's like so tiring. Like, I hate it and love it at the same time. But yeah, I was able to take like a short little like 30-minute nap, 40-minute nap in the middle of it. I just curled up on the floor. And I'm not gonna like, I know I'm already going into a lot of detail, but like, if you have like more detailed questions, please leave them below. I would love to help you out. Like, I know I wasn't able to like see that many videos about Texas State recruitment, like if any, like on YouTube when I was like before going into Rush, and I was like waiting to find out certain details, so I can let you know. But yeah, so that's it for day one. I will see you tomorrow with, or actually, yeah, anyways, see you tomorrow. Bye. Hey guys, so end of day two. I just got back. It's 5:41 in the evening. Yeah, so day two didn't go amazing. Like orientation, like last Sunday, like I really connected with this one girl in this one house, and like she like made me realize that this like whole process can actually work. Like you can have meaningful conversations with people in like 15 minutes. And not even meaningful, just like you can connect with people really fast. And so she made me really encouraged about like this whole weekend. And then last night I got to talk to two girls in the same house as her, and I just was really like, I felt so at home and I felt so comfortable, and we were like laughing the whole entire time. And like we were just like I was like, this is exactly what I've like dreamed of. This is what I've imagined. Like when people talk about having like a family and sisters and everything like that, that's, I was like, I could like, obviously we're not too close yet, but like I can imagine it with like these people, and I felt so connected with them, and I thought we had great conversations. Like today I found out they cut me, which is really hard because I have a good GPA, so I know it's not my GPA, which means it essentially kind of comes down to like personality and looks and other little stuff, I'm sure. But yeah, so that was hard. And then so last night before we left, we list our top 5 and then our bottom 3 out of the 8. And then so today I got cut by 3 of my top 5, and then I got one of my 3 I didn't want to go back to. And of course I went to it because I'm not gonna just not go to it. So I got 3 out of the 5 houses today. I got cut by the one I was the legacy of, which also is kind of like depressing because like literally I have a good GPA. I was a legacy of the house. Like obviously it's just hard. It's just, I didn't want to go into the scene. It was gonna be all about looks and like stuff like that, and like I know it isn't. It's just, it's hard not to see what else it could be about, because like I don't know. Anyways, and it was hard because like I found out as soon as I got there, and then like 30 minutes later I had to go talk to one of the houses, which I've definitely liked. I really like this house. It's just I hadn't connected as much as I had with like the house I got cut from, and so I was like crying and having to deal with like being cut from that one house, and then trying to have like an open mind and going into this next one like happy and ready to talk to people. Because like I felt so confident last night leaving, because like I had such a good conversation with those girls, and then this morning I felt so good in my dress, and I felt like so good about the whole process, and I felt confident, like I felt pretty, and then I just found out I got cut by so many of them. I don't know why I'm getting all emotional about it again. It's just rejection sucks, and I know everybody feels that way, so it's kind of silly, but oh god. But yeah, so I went to 3 houses today, and I liked one of them a lot. And I liked the other one okay, and then the third one I didn't really like that much, so I had to narrow it down to 2, so I of course put in those top 2. And honestly, I just like, with how today went, I don't have high hopes for tomorrow. Like, I want to believe the one that I like today won't cut me, but like, it's just the whole entire time I was having a conversation with the people today, it was just like, I had such good conversations with people yesterday, and then they cut me. So like all I was thinking was like, how could they cut me up while we're having this like great conversation? And I understand it's like, it's a numbers game. It's not just like, oh, we didn't like this girl, let's like this one. It's like, oh, there's a drop off line, and if you're not on there, and if you're not a legacy, and like all that stuff, it's just, yeah. So I don't know, I don't think I would want to rush the other houses if I don't, like, if one I really like today dropped me tomorrow, I don't know if I want to like continue this. So that really sucks, because like I was looking forward to this so much, and like, but at the same time I don't want to like choose a house that like that I don't fit in at, just because I want to be able to do the stuff in the house and like do all the fun events and have a philanthropy to like work towards, and like I mean, this is all if this one house doesn't pick me back, but like I guess that means like I know exactly which one I want to be in if they choose me. So unless something happens like weirdly with the other one, which I doubt it will. It's just hard not to assume everything's about how you look, or like the type of person you are, or I don't know. Anyways, day 2. That's the end. Hopefully I'll be talking to y'all tomorrow and I'll be like super happy. That would be nice. That'd be great. Hey guys, so I just got back from day 3. Woo. So I went to 2 houses. It was pref round. I'm all dressed up. That's why actually I'm gonna start taking out my bobby pins while I'm doing this. I got the house I really wanted, and I was like super nervous. I like went into the day like setting my expectations really low, because I was so disappointed yesterday, and I went into the day thinking that if I didn't get this one house, then I might drop. Probably. I would still go to the house, whatever houses I got, just because I want to give them a fair chance, and I think that's respectful. I ended up going to the house. It was my first round, and I absolutely loved it there. I like talked to the same girl I talked to on day 1, Jessica, and I just felt so connected, and I felt so sure that I was making the right choice. And like I cried and everything. It was a very emotional like whole ceremony and stuff like that. Like I didn't like cry, but like I teared up and everything, and I knew Jessica was and stuff like that, and I just felt so connected. And it's like super scary, because like I felt connected like to one of the other houses, and then they dropped me, but like I like cannot imagine this house dropping me. Like I'm so scared to say that. I mean, like I know they might, like I know that's a possibility, but that like terrifies me. I went to the second house. I was like almost 100% sure I wouldn't want to be in their house. I mean, they're very nice. I just didn't see myself with them, and sure enough, like it was fine. Like I honestly had the best conversation out of all my days with them today. It was a huge knot, but it was just obvious that I didn't want to go there. I didn't fit in. I didn't love it. So I am actually suicide bidding, which if you don't know what that means, it means instead of putting down your first and second choice, so like if your first choice doesn't choose you, at least you have your second, and hopefully they chose you. It means that I don't have a second choice, so that means if the house I really want, if they don't pick me tomorrow, then I don't get a bid, and I don't get to be in a sorority. But the reason I did that is because if I don't get a bid, then I have the opportunity throughout the semester, and I get to rush in the spring if I want to. Which, if I had put a second choice and they had picked me, then I wouldn't have been able to rush in the spring. I really believe that they will choose me, and like, I felt so connected to the girls, and I know that's the right place for me. So I really freaking hope they do. But I will be announcing whether or not I am I'm gonna go ahead and say it, because like by the time it goes up, then I'll either be it or not, or I'll just cut this part out. I'll be announcing it if I am a DG, so a Delta Gamma. I have to do like this. Actually, I was still wrong. Why did I just do that? It's that. Or like that. It's like subtle little flex. But yeah, so that was day 3. It went pretty well. It was a long day, but I stuck it out to the end. I got home about like 6:30ish, and I got there at like 10. So yeah, that's it. Hopefully I will see you tomorrow, and I will be all excited and videoing about bid day, and yeah. So I gotta go hang out with some friends. So I love y'all. Bye. Yeah, so basically I am a Delta Gamma now. I'm so excited. like meeting everybody during bid day was so much fun, and like hanging out afterwards was awesome. And just like, even though I don't know these girls, like I've literally only met them once, a lot of them just bid day night and everything, and then some of them like through the whole recruitment process, like I can already tell like this is gonna be a next great 3 years, and I can't wait to have them by my side and have their advice and experience to help me, and just that friendship. I mean, that's what being in a sorority is all about. So anyways, not to get too sappy, but I'm like, totally excited about being in a sorority. My first like new member like chapter meeting or whatever is this Monday, so can't wait for that. So as you can see in some of the video clips, I was kind of upset day 2. We're really upset. And really, when like in retrospect, when I was able to like look back at everything, it mainly was just because it's rejection is hard. Like I said, like it's hard to know that people didn't like you as much as you like them. That's kind of what it comes down to. It's like, it's what you face every day in life. And like they say, trust the process or whatever. And of course it ended up working out extremely well for me in the end. Like I know I fit very well in this. I mean, like I haven't even like really gotten into it, but like I can feel like I'll fit very well into the sorority, and I wasn't meant to be in any other sorority. But then again, I didn't know that day 2. Like I didn't know I was gonna end up in Delta G, and like I didn't know if they were gonna drop me. Like honestly, at day 2, I was really upset because I feel like I'd almost given up, because like houses that I really liked had dropped me, and I was like, Delta Gam's gonna drop me. It's like I've had great talks with them, and I had great talks with this one other chapter the day before, and they dropped me. And like it's just hard because you feel like they're like, oh, there's no way they could drop me. I really enjoyed my conversation with that girl, and they were really into it, and like, so you're like, oh no. And then they dropped me, and then I was like, okay, well DG is totally going to. But they didn't, and thank God. Like I'm so excited. Basically, kind of what I want to sum up is that if you're about to go through this process, or you've already been through it, like you know what I'm talking about, but it is really hard for, and I don't want to like use this term lightly, but like, and everybody uses this term, it's just, but it's very broad, mental health. Like, it's very easy to get down on yourself in this situation, to like question your looks, question everything about yourself, because at the end of the day, you don't know why different sororities picked you. You don't know why they didn't pick you. You're literally having to leave a lasting impression in 35 or 45 minutes and hope that someone will like you. And I feel like rejection in like real life between relationships isn't so like cut and dry as it is with like rushing. Because like rushing, at the end of the day, or the next morning, we get a piece of paper and it tells me whether somebody liked one chapter, liked us, or they didn't. It's just cut dry like that. It's not like, oh, we liked you because of this, this, and this, but we didn't think you'd fit well here, so we're not gonna give you a bid. It's, we didn't like you or you did. That's all we find out. So we don't know if it was our GPA or our conversations or the fact that you're a legacy or not. Like, we don't know if you're like literally the next person on the list down to get invited, but you just, that there has to be a cutoff point at some point. So that's what's hard about it, because with relationships in real life, I feel like you can find out more stuff and you can be more inquisitive, and typically you can talk to the person more and figure out why you got rejected and stuff like that. But with this process, you can't as much. All I want to say is that everything's gonna work out in the end. If you're meant to be in a sorority, you are going to be in one. Like, I don't know if it's childish or whatever, or not childish, like, or cheesy or whatever, but like, I believe everything happens for a reason, and I think you're gonna end up where you're supposed to be. Like, you're gonna face rejection where you need to, so that like, if we don't have bad days, then how can we appreciate the good days? And that's also another cheesy saying. If I hadn't gone through day 2 and been really disappointed and down on myself, then I probably wouldn't have appreciated DG for choosing me. If you want a tips and like more in-depth video about like recruitment here at TXST, let me know down below, or just sorority rushing in general. There's a lot of things that like I was like, that would be helpful to know if I went through recruitment again. And I would love to give you all those tips. If it's more relevant to give it to you all next year, then I'll totally do that too. I'll try to write down my thoughts now so I can remember them next year, because like, just went through the process. I know what I was thinking this whole time, and yeah. Anyways, that's it for now. Thank you for watching this video. If you want to share it with your friends, or just in general, just give it a thumbs up if you think it provided value for you and you would like to share it with other people. That would be great. Subscribe down below if you want to see my next week's video in your newsfeed. That sounded awkward. Subscribe down below if you want to see more of my videos, and yeah, I'll see y'all next Wednesday. Bye! Please say that was videoing.